December 6, 2013, and it's raining in New York City, while the sun shines ironically on the Northwest as the Seattle Mariners have signed Robinson Cano to a $240 million contract that spans over 10 years. The contract is pending a physical on Monday. There should be no problems there. However, in New York City, the Yankee fans are wondering where the power in their lineup is going to come from, because Curtis Granderson surely will not be back because of the signing of Jacoby Ellsbury earlier this week. So now you lose Cano. Textera seems to be often injured. So where is the power coming in Yankee Stadium? Who's going to knock the ball over that short porch in right field? Alex Rodriguez? Well, we'll see what happens. But all joking aside, I applaud the New York Yankees. $240 million at 10 years is too long and too much for a player of Cano's age. That's second contract type stuff. If you look at Albert Pujols, Alex Rodriguez, all these huge contracts that players who are productive but getting up in age have signed, it never works out. You're going to be sitting there with maybe 3 productive years and then 7 years with a contract that you can't get rid of or unload. You'll be over the luxury tax and unable to sign younger guys for years to come. The Yankees' formula for winning all those World Series was defense up the middle and power on the corners. That's how they have to rebuild their team. If you can get the powers from the first baseman Texera, some third baseman that you don't have yet, and your corner outfielders, then you use your defense up the middle to save you a lot of runs in center field and second base. An Omar Infante type player could help the Yankees, because they surely are going to have a little less range at shortstop with an aging Derek Jeter. Now, it was wise to sign Jeter because you do that for the fans. He's an iconic Yankee. The Phillies signed Chase Utley, whose production has diminished because he is the Phillies' Derek Jeter. Clearly, Cano is not looked at by New York as one of those iconic Yankees, like a Derek Jeter, like a Mariano Rivera, where they may have paid him for past performance, but I think everybody looks at the St. Louis Cardinals and their unbelievable success and know they did the right thing when they let Albert Pujols go to the Angels for that huge, ridiculous contract and didn't reward him for past performance. You can't do that. These guys are already multimillionaires, and I don't blame them for trying to get everything they can get. It's not like a 50-year career that you have in baseball. So more power to Robinson Cano and the Seattle Mariners. Now, as for the Mariners, it does show their fans that they're really trying to win. They'll sacrifice the last 5 years of that 10-year deal if they can get production on the front end. And what differs with this contract to the recent big signings on the offseason by Seattle is this one is going to stick. Years ago, they signed Cliff Lee from the Phillies. It didn't work out, so they traded him at the trade deadline. Everybody needs a pitcher, and his contract wasn't that ridiculous. But you're not going to be able to unload Robinson Cano at a trade deadline with this huge of a contract. So they're in it for the long haul with this guy. He's not quite as beaten up, broken down, or injury prone as Albert Pujols. So the only problem I see with Cano is Safeco Field. At Yankee Stadium you had that short porch, perfectly made for a guy like Cano to just crank over the fence like Babe Ruth and Reggie Jackson. But at Safeco Field, that place eats up a lot of home runs. So good luck. Second base for the Yankees, just get a defensive guy in there. Like I said, Omar Infante maybe. Put someone, you already got a guy to back up Jeter, should he get hurt again. Granderson's gone, but you have defense with, and you have speed with Jacoby Ellsbury in center field. So I think the Yankees should be okay if they can get some decent starting pitching. But there you have it, the big news of today, December 6, 2013. Robinson Cano, or should I say Cañas, signs a huge $240 million contract with the Seattle Mariners to play at Safeco Field in 2013.